beautiful people. Welcome to the Somatic Psychologist. My name is Melanie. I'm a psychologist and trauma therapist. And today I'd love to do an exercise with you when you've just experienced a very intense, very emotional or traumatic situation or event in your life, and you're still in the aftermath of that shock and almost stuck in that freeze situation, unable to really comprehend what has been going on. So what I want you to do for this exercise, first find a comfortable space. Ideally sit somewhere where your feet are firmly on the ground, because today we need as much grounding as we can possibly get. If you're sitting like me, just sit firmly on the yoga mat. So let's look at this stressful, emotional event which has happened to you. You can almost approach it a bit as an observer, slowly coming closer to the event, and notice what is happening in your body. If you can already feel a lot of emotion and energy coming up, I want you to really feel your feet on the ground and also blow out some of the energy. Really approach the situation, the incident, with little steps from the outside, and simply notice what's going on in your body, how you feel. Maybe you can feel a heaviness in your stomach, or a tightness in your chest. Simply be observant of how the situation made you feel. And if you notice a lot of energy coming up into your head, what I want you to do is to put one hand on your forehead and the second hand on the back of your head. And hereby, use your thumb and your index finger on your back neck. So more or less like this. So with your upper three hands almost holding the back of your head and your fingers on your neck, because this helps to regulate the brain better with all this energy coming up, helping the nervous system to come down again. I know the situation is intense, but as I said, I don't want you to go fully in. I want you to watch it, observe it a bit from a distance, a safe distance. And notice the changes in your body. You can also put your hands down again And you can also put them on your hip bones. And simply notice the emotions which might come up. Maybe it's fear coming up, or it's shock, or disbelief. Try to define the emotion if you can. And simply acknowledge it at this point, what you feel. And it is totally valid and okay for that emotion to be here now. And having the space at this point to be here in your body with you. And what I want you to try is to expand this feeling, this emotion, a bit within your body. So if you felt tightness in your chest or in your belly, give it permission to expand a bit more into your legs or your hands. You can also move the toes a bit up and down to remind your body that your feet are there, for example. And really give this emotion, these uncomfortable feelings, a bit more space to expand in your body, to have a bit more room to diffuse. You can also place your hands on your sides, slightly above your navel, and really set that intention to let this uncomfortable emotion spread. But as I said, if it's getting too much, try to take a step back, literally, from the situation. Be more of an observer and blow out additional energy if you can feel it coming up. You can also think of a sound which might represent this emotion, these feelings best. And if you have the space around you to do that sound, do it. Or hear it in your head, whatever sound it might be. Maybe it's a scream. Or tears. Or simply the anger. I want you to hear that sound. And with the intention to expand this uncomfortable feeling a bit more in your body. You can also, if possible, touch your feet. So you have to lift up your feet a bit. And maybe you can already notice some changes within your body. Either the situation, the feeling seems still very overwhelming, or it almost seems a bit further away. And now from this point, having sat now, having been now, with this very intense, uncomfortable, emotional feelings and emotions, I want you to look on the other side, on the side where none of these feelings exist. A bit like the opposite of these feelings. You can also put your hands on your thighs now. What would the opposite feeling be for you? Maybe it could be something like strength, confidence, or maybe it could be something like security, stableness. Or even something like lightness, freedom, easiness. I want you to think of this opposite feeling. What it would be for you. Maybe a picture is coming up in your mind to represent that feeling. What is in that picture? Where are you? Really sink into that picture or that feeling. If you could describe that feeling as an object, how would it look? What kind of color would it have? Or consistency? And where in the body can you feel it the strongest, this opposite feeling? focus on it. And give it permission to expand to surrounding areas in your body. And if this feeling could say something to you in this moment, what would it say? Maybe it would say something like, "You can do this." Or it would say something like, "You are safe." Whatever it would say, speak those words. And maybe repeat them one more time. You can also put your hands on your knees now to really let these words ground. What's changing in your body saying these words? Or hearing them in your head? You can do this. Or you are safe. You can also place a hand on your heart. And simply hear your words again. Speak your words again. What's been going on with the feeling in your body? Can you also still feel that? Really give the feeling, whatever emotion you might define it as, give it now permission to really turn up, almost like the volume. Really turn up the volume and let this feeling expand. You can also place your other hand on your lower belly and focus on your new opposite feeling. This feeling of safety, this feeling of strength, or this feeling of peacefulness and lightness. Let it take space in your body. and hear your words, or still remember my words. You can also move your feet a bit on the floor, or like me, move a bit where you're sitting. And let this new feeling settle. And now we're slowly coming back to where we are, taking some moments to reacquaint ourselves where we are, orientate ourselves. Maybe stretching a bit our limbs and arms. And just noticing what's changed within us, within our presence. And from this new state, these new feelings and emotions, I'm gonna let you go into your day or into your night. It was lovely having you here, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.